Former President Trump called today's ruling rejecting his bid for presidential immunity in the election subversion case, quote, nation destroying. Olivia Rinaldi and Fin Gómez join us now. Olivia is a CBS News campaign reporter, and Fin is CBS News political director. And Fin, want to just start off with you. Obviously, we have seen the former president really lean into this immunity argument. I mean, walk us through some of the points that he made to these judges and ultimately why they struck it down.
I'm actually going to toss that to Olivia Rinaldi, who's been covering this from the beginning. But I would say that the sentiment behind in Trump world right now, Nicole, is that they have been they feel that this is just a blip. They feel it's just an obstacle. They do think that politically this will actually help them within the primary. They feel that it's they're focused on the general election, yes, but they think that this itself right now is not impacting them. And they also believe that this is done. I was talking to someone close to the campaign who says they believe that this is being done to help muddy the water against Trump with independents specifically during the general election. But I do think, just passing on to Olivia, she's got some great reporting on this.
Yeah, some of the big crux of Trump's argument on presidential immunity has been that sometimes presidents have to take actions that are necessary, that could be criminal. He often talks about Dwight Eisenhower as president and Harry Truman and all these presidents and actions that they had to take. Obama is someone he mentions when he talks about airstrikes, that's something that could be criminal, but under presidential immunity, you are not immune from you're immune from prosecution when it comes to that, past, present, and future. Trump is saying that as president, he was acting well within his right when he was trying to investigate election fraud. That's all it was. That's what January 6th was, and that it was a peaceful, quote, protest, according to him. So because of that, he is due for presidential immunity. That's been his argument, but the judges today largely threw that out. It was unanimous. They said that he is, quote, here's the key here. For the purpose of this criminal case, former President Trump has become a citizen, and with all the defenses of every other criminal defendant, executive immunity may have protected him while he served as president, but no longer gives him protection now.
And, in terms of this decision, I mean, you alluded to it a bit, Fin, but how could this play out on the trail? I know you said the campaign feels this is muddying the waters, but does this help him or hurt him?
I think flat out it does. He is the dominant frontrunner right now in the Republican Party, in the Republican primary race. We do have Nevada. Today is the primary, of course, and in 2 days is the caucuses. But really, it's about South Carolina, looking ahead on the 24th. That is going to be essentially a lot of folks in Trump world believe that's it. It'll be the start of the general election. They don't believe this harms him. They don't believe it hurts him in the primary. They do think this impacts the independent vote. Look, they are saying, and so are their counterparts on the Democratic side. It's all about those battleground states. You know Georgia very well. You know other very key battleground states very well. For them, it's about the battleground states, how this plays out there, and also if he becomes the nominee, and also how it's impacting the independent vote. Right, that's the one that they're so up for grabs. It's so important to them if they make it to the general election. It does look that way, obviously, but it's about the independent votes and the battleground states, and those two theaters are where it matters the most for them.
And Trump has also been fundraising off of this today. He immediately sent out a text and an email to his supporters calling on all of them to donate to him today, saying that this is a hoax, this is a sham trial. It's just part of the similar language that he uses time and time again to really galvanize his supporters. We know that this is something that his supporters respond to. When I've been on the trail and I talk to some of his voters at these rallies, they say that this is all a hoax, a witch hunt, and they're willing to show up and donate to the former president. That's what gives him the juice going forward.
So he may be bringing in some money off of this, but Fin, how are some of the former president's competitors responding to this news?
Yeah, I spoke to a senior aide in Haley's campaign and Nikki Haley's campaign earlier today. And overall, they feel that, right now, they know they're behind in South Carolina. They do feel that they're going to go the distance there, at least through there, looking at the two Super Tuesday states, right, on the 5th of March. But speaking to folks close to the campaign in that world, they believe that this just adds more drama that surrounds Donald Trump's candidacy. It's yet another indicator that he is someone who can sort of propel chaos, and they feel that this is more of it to come. If he becomes the nominee, Again, there's he has a wider path to that than she does right now. But if she does, to them, it's a reminder and an indicator that this election is going to be about Trump's trials and not about key issues that matter most to Republican voters, independent voters, and Democratic voters.
And what about President Biden? Has he weighed in, or is he staying away from it, given this involves the court system?
Biden has largely avoided talking about this at all. This is not a politically winning issue. Trump will do anything he can to tie Biden to being a threat to democracy. We often see that at rallies. They hand out signs that says Biden is the real threat to democracy. So for him, for the president, it's probably key that he avoids entanglement in any of these trials, in any of these cases.
But absolutely the truth. But privately, and I know you've talked to some key Democrats down south in South Carolina in your recent trip there, but privately, those close in that Biden-Harris world, they do want this. This is something, this is part of their strategy, that contrast, that they feel ultimately, once they get to that general election, and if it is Biden and Trump again, this will be the big spotlight on Trump that they do not have to worry about. There's not the counter of, there aren't these multiple trials, 91 counts that are facing the president right now. And for them, when you have that contrast, you have that split screen between Biden and Trump, it would only benefit Biden, they say.
All right, Olivia Rinaldi, Fin Gómez, we thank you so much for being with us, as always.